And we're live, doing some Skyrim Geoguessr. No camera, just a microphone. Maybe do some other stuff as well, we will see. I just got the hankering, so to speak, for a little Skyrim Geoguessr. So, here we are. Still have not created an account for this, but it is what it is. So, I think what I'm going to do is what I did in my previous video where I put this up, and that is I can turn my camera, but I can't actually, move around and stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, let's start a game. All right, round one. Not going for speed. Okay. This sort of looks like High Hrothgar, almost. I probably think that for every mountain. Alright, so just move around a little bit. Actually, I don't think it is High Hrothgar, at all. This little fort down here does not look like that. Alright. There's a barrow right there, though. And actually, I think this might be the throat of the world. Maybe. Little lake right here. So let's take a little look. So if the supposed throat of the world is, we'll just say it's north. We're looking north at it. That could mean we're somewhere around this. This map is extra pixelated. Let's see. But we're on a mountain and potentially looking north. Why is this map not loading? Okay, let's zoom out and zoom in just a touch. Because if this map is not going to load correctly, that is not good. And actually, this could be what we're looking at. Like when we look down here, there's, I zoomed it in, but I didn't move. So we've got the kind of three shorter looking towers, so to speak, and then one by itself. So if I go to I think this, and then this is the taller tower. Okay. And then there's their water. Yes. All right. I think I figured out where we're at. And that's to our west. So we're somewhere over here. Actually up in a mountain, but not too far. So to start us off in our pixelated adventure, I'm going to say we're there. Like I said, we are... How are we there? That doesn't make any sense. At all. Oh, hold on. Does that seem off? That seems off to me. Really off. This area isn't that mountainous. I don't know if I trust that. Anyway, next round. Like I said, I don't trust that. What that said was the actual guess. Okay. Coast. A little shack here. Yeah. A little swampiness, yes. Which means we are not too far from Solitude. There's the Blue Palace right up here. Hopefully my cursor shows up. It looks like it is. Right up here's the Blue Palace. So Solitude. There it is. And we're over here. So let's see if we can kind of hone in a little bit, shall we? So we're allegedly, supposedly, possibly looking northwest, which means we're to the southeast, which that makes sense. We're, over here. Kind of in this area-ish. this shack, if I can locate that, that would be quite helpful. And it's right next to the water as well. I wish this map wasn't as pixelated. It was not like this last time. Okay, enough of that. Let's see if we can figure it out. Now, if this comes up and says for some reason it's like way over here, like that last one, then I'm gonna just start the whole thing over because something is definitely off. So we're in here somewhere. Let's see if we can kind of, like I said, narrow it in. We're in this direction. Snow is not too far from us. It's kind of the coast. All right, hold on. Look at that. Is this the shack that we're looking at? Because this, I believe, is that like rock formation that jets out from Solitude, and there's a shack right there. That could be it, which could mean that if we're looking northwest, that we're like right around here-ish. I'm gonna make that guess that we're kind of around like here-ish. There we go. 18 meters away. For some reason, the map is not wanting to load correctly. The little mini map. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, next round. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we're in between. Well, we were just kind of here in the latest Skyrim video, to be exact. Maybe not in this exact location, but yeah, we're in the little swampy area right here. Now, let's see. There's a little camp and some towers there. Little tower over here. Right over here as well. Little formation over here. Okay, so I don't know this area as well. I generally avoid it for the most part, but let's see what we can figure out. So, mountains are all around us, which doesn't help. Near some water, that's always good. Yeah, I wish I knew this area better. But that's okay. I think, like I said, I wish this map would load a bit more detail, because look at this. What is this? What is all this pixelation? Is there a way from... I wish I could just reload the map itself, but that's fine. Alright, so there's a giant camp, which is near the road. We actually came through here in the latest Skyrim video, to be specific, to be very specific. We came right down here, right up here. But we're not there. I think... Hold on. We might be like these little kind of spring areas that kind of are teal-ish. But we're in the middle of some trees. And right next to one of those. So maybe like here. Or potentially even over there. A bit more water to the north. Let's keep looking around. I wish this would load. That would be great. Ugh. Maybe if I refresh or something, that might help. I'm not sure. Okay, just a little bit of trees. Some water to our north. We're near one of these little formations. Like I said, I don't know which one, so I'm just going to say we're around here. Okay, we're on the other side. See, look at this. What is this? Okay, next. All right. Okay. I know roughly where we're at. We're somewhere in here. Just based on the trees. We've got some sort of house right here. We're next to... Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I know exactly where we're at. We are on the way to Riften. See, there's the signpost, Riften. And this bridge goes over to where you have to burn down the beehives and all that stuff. So, let's see how exact we can get this. We are just across the road in the rocks, like right here. But because of this pixelation, I may not get it perfect. So we're like right there. Boom! Even pixelated, we got it. 7 meters away, let's go. Still not a perfect score, but that's fine. All right, round 5. Okay, we are in Labyrinthian, I believe, just based on, you know, what we're looking at. But as I said the last time I did a Geoguessr in Skyrim, I don't remember exactly where Labyrinthian is at. And the fact that this is being pixelated does not help me out at all. Alright, so Labyrinthian is somewhere up here. Somewhere. And I don't remember where it pointed us to last time, at least not exactly. So I gotta try and find something that really stands out, even pixelated. Like this stands out. But I don't think this is Labyrinthian. It might be. Let's see. We got to the south and to the east. We are basically nestled in some mountains. And then to the north, more mountains are there. To the south and to the east. I don't think this is Labyrinthian. These look like more Dwemer structures. I think it's more this way. Nope, that's the Bounty or the Dark Brotherhood stuff. Go there, use this poison. Anywho. Don't spend a lot of time near Labyrinthian, so it's kind of hard to say exactly where it is, at least for me. That doesn't look like it. I mean, this is the closest thing to it, but I don't think that is it. Where are you, Labyrinthian? You're somewhere. But you're pixelated, probably. If I had to take a guess. No, we're not that close to the coast. Let me see if we can figure this out. Okay, let's just keep looking. Keep looking. Not seeing anything specific. Yeah, these mountains being like really close kind of makes me think we might be like a little further kind of along this, maybe? Like, is this Labyrinthian? Am I being crazy? Is that it? I mean, that could be it. Okay, so let's at least... If it is it, We're making it it. We are... Let's see, where did that go? Right around here. Like it comes in. But let me scan before we commit to it. Yeah, I think this might be our best shot. Thanks for the memories. Ayo. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. I've got, or at least I thought, I had a chat up. Hopefully it shows up a little bit kind of down there in the bottom. But granted, the overlay and stuff may not show up as well with this map. But, ew, welcome. Alright, so. If this is the main part, and we go out, that would be like northeast-ish. And I'm thinking this is kind of the main area. So, you know, I'm just going to say we're like here-ish. Just make our guess. Okay. That was Labyrinthian, 97 meters away, but thanks to the pixelation, we may not be able to get all of it in a timely fashion. All right, let's view our summary of our first game. 886. I don't remember if that is better. I remember we were in the top 900 previously. Somewhere in that neighborhood. This guess, that first guess we made, I still do not believe that that is the right place, like, at all. I think shenanigans are afoot there. This is a cool game concept. I agree. I think Geoguessr is interesting. I don't follow a ton of content on it. I just watch stuff every once in a while. But doing it Skyrim, that is, you know, we know better. All right, let's go back to the lobby. So 886. Let me refresh the page, see if this might be able to help us in the pixelation department. Oh, okay. This is pretty easy. I mean, Whiterun. Here's the tower that gets taken out by the dragon. Oh, I moved on accident. Let me reset. Yeah, okay. Let's come on down here. Here's the watchtower. We are almost directly west of it. So we are in this area. We're like really close to it. Just past those rocks. All right, so let's come over here. We're like basically like right about here. Boom, 19 meters away. Again, I don't know what's going on and why this is loading so slow. But there we go. Okay. See, this guess I agree with as far as the location. I mean, we're pretty close. All right, next. Okay. Okay. Little road, yes. Ah, we were just here in the latest Skyrim video. This is right out of Riften, basically. Like, Riften's right back over here. And as you leave Riften, there is a tower. A little watchtower. And I believe it is this one. There's these dead bodies on the outside of it. So we would be like looking just north. Like we are right in here-ish. Boom. Hold on. Oh, I guessed the wrong tower. Yep, that's on me. That's on me. It's up here. It's very clearly up here. Whoops. I knew the tower, though. I just went on the wrong place on the map. That's on me. Okay. Enough of that. We're in a similar location. Still kind of the rift. But really close to some mountains. Pretty sure that's the third world. To our southeast. Which doesn't make sense with what I'm thinking. Wait, no. Yeah, that doesn't make sense with what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're like down here. But where are we? Like I said, no moving. We can rotate the camera. We can zoom in, zoom out. We're right next to a road. But which... I mean, there's a sign that's going to tell us where to go. One of those definitely rifted, if I had to take a guess. Well, if we're looking southeast, and like I said, if that's the throat of the world, that means we're northwest. We're like, you know, up here, but I don't believe it. But I'm not sure about this road, though, and where it goes. Another little sign there. This makes me think we're like, you know, like somewhere, maybe like right here. Like this is the road that goes kind of into the mountains themselves. So maybe we're like right around here. Oof, we were close. Yeah. So that either wasn't the throat of the world or the directions were wrong. Okay. I was right about the road, though, so that's good. Okay. Let's go again. Round 4. Yep. Yep. Okay. That's third of the world for sure, because this is kind of that, this open area. So it's east-southeast of where we are at, which again, right here. However, we've got, is this Rorikstead? I don't think so. It seems a little too small. And also Rorikstead, usually, if I remember correctly, has things on both sides of it. So we're in a smaller settlement. There's Rorikstead. See how it has, you know, like buildings, pretty sure, on both sides? Although, we could be looking down this way, and the building that might be there might be obstructed, or just may not be loaded in. That could be a possibility. Which would mean we're like right up here. Boom. 40 meters away. Okay. So yeah, I guess that was Rorikstead. It's just I'm used to the modded stuff. So as far as seeing how it all looks vanilla, it's been a minute. All right, final round. Let's go. Hello, Helgen. I immediately know where we're at. I don't need to turn the camera or any of that nonsense. So, there are a couple of gates at Helgen. There's this one, which... Gotta not be too cocky about this. I'm fairly certain it's that one. And then there's the roads that go out. But we're like right there. 3 meters away. That's perfect score. All right. What was it? 886, I think, is where we're at last time. 595. Ooh. Ooh. Eh. Let's go. That's our best round so far. And by a lot as well. If I had if I had cleaned this one up, we would have been in business. Let's zoom out and look at it. Look at that. Very close. All right, well, let's go again. Back to the lobby. Ah, I could turn on no move. Great. What is NMPZ? Not sure what that means. But we'll turn on no move. We'll start the game. We'll see what we can get. Now, can I move the camera? Yes. Can I zoom in? Yes. Okay. I should have paid attention to that before. Okay. There's Castle Vagaha. Immediately locking that location in. Ice water jetty. It's going to be either here or here, but I'm leaning towards there. Well, maybe. Anyway. So we are up and over this way. Now, which one of these little locations are we at? So we've got a couple of, like, bits of land that go out towards the castle. So really close together. But then there's a good gap in between the next one. And that next one, kind of zoom this a touch. Actually, that's not even land, I don't think. That's just like a boat. So it's not here. It's got to be one of these. So which one is it going to be? Let's figure that out. Let's zoom this in. Let's do a bit of detective work on this. I don't think it's this one. Don't think. I mean, it's got the islands that kind of come out right here, like this. Pretty close. We're just past a road. Little pathway, I should say. Not really a road, though. Mr. Fox, right there. Hello. So maybe this might be the place we're looking at. Let me zoom. Yeah, good rocks that are coming down like this. See, I think we're up in these rocks, I believe. Like right around there. Okay, 35 meters away. Not the best, but not bad. We're in the right vicinity. All right, let's keep it going. I think I know where we're at. I am pretty confident that we are right over here. That doesn't make sense, though. Actually, we're like right over here. So these being so close to the ground, I recognize that it's like these particular structures. And then this would be this right here. And we are just to the southeast on kind of the first rocks. So like right around there. 11 meters away. Not too shabby. I'm curious as to why this map is not loading today. Is it because I'm streaming? That doesn't seem like it would use that much bandwidth, but whatever. Next round. Okay. I vaguely recognize this place. Vaguely. Now, where is it is the real question. I was hoping for some better context clues. Where are you? Because I don't think this is like way up here. It's too cold for that. I think it's down here somewhere, potentially. But I really wish this map would load correctly. Maybe if we zoom in, zoom out, might get us somewhere. Let's look around a bit. It's like isolated right by some water. A little body of water, though. This might be the one, because this dock matches that. So we'd be looking west at the dock, just across the water. It's like right over here, kind of up in the mountain-ish area. Boom! 8 meters away. Let's go. Round 4. It really likes giving us the rift. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got some ideas. This place. Let's take a little look right around here is what I'm thinking. So, little dragon burial site right here. Couple of buildings to the southwest of that. So that'd be going this way, which means we are right over here. We're actually pretty close to the little burial site. Pretty close. So, like, right around here. 15 meters away. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Well, hello, Whiterun. And which farm is this? This is when you fight the giant in. Okay. Look down a bit. Forget the name of it, because I think it goes like Pelagia, and then Hunting Brew, Meadery. Maybe this is Pelagia Farm. Maybe this that we're actually on is Pelagia Farm. But yeah, this is where you fight the giant when you first get here. Okay. So let's see how close we can get this. We've got the first little patch o' foods, another little patch o' foods. Kind of like this, right there. Yeah, that's the place. Let's see if we can really get this locked. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of in a staggered, like this. And then this one is the longer one, which means that past over here would be another one, but I don't think it's loading in on the camera, which is okay. All right, so we're more or less in between. There's the rock. That's this rock, which is just a touch. We're just a little northeast of that. So like right here-ish. 2 meters away. Woo! That's good stuff. All right, let's check our score. 135 in the no move category. Let's go. Let me get a little drink here. Granted, we took like 9 minutes, but I would say that we went from like our best to a new best in a technically new category. What's breakdown if I look at that? Okay, so it just shows like, you know, a breakdown. How far you were, how long you took. All right, sweet. Let's go back to the lobby. What is NMPZ? What does that mean? I'm going to look this up over here in another window. No move, no pan, no zoom is what that is. So kind of the challenge I gave myself before of no moving, no panning, no zooming. Okay. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's launch into this. Okay, not bad. So we can't move, pan, zoom. We can't do any of that. Now, which kind of barrow are you, is the question. I've got some ideas. I don't know how good they are, but I definitely have some ideas. Facing a barrow. We're south of it. So that makes... I'm kind of talking to myself as far as some ideas go. Like, part of me thinks... No, that doesn't make sense. Trying to lock this in a bit. Is it you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think it is. Because it's a little too snowy and, well, we've got some snow. Okay, this is a possibility. But where's this tower? It's not showing up. Alright, so right now that's kind of the best guess I have. Because the greenery makes sense, the snow starting makes sense. And if we're looking kind of at, even though it says north, it almost looks like we're looking at it this way. But that would mean that over here, there should be another tower, which I don't see. So, not you. You know what? I think this might be the best candidate. So we're gonna say we're like over here. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, we're looking north at this. Yep, that structure makes sense. Now, granted, the tower that's kind of off to the side still isn't loading because of the pixelation, but that's okay. All right. No worries. No moving, panning, or zooming. Well, this is fun. I've got some ideas, though, based on the little bit of greenery that we have. Part of me's thinking, well, no, but Falkreath doesn't really have, this looks like snow on top of that. But kind of, what is that? That'd be more east, would be greenery. So I don't think we're looking at like Morthal, not Markarth for sure. But do we get some snow down here? East would be more greenery. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, I honestly think we're like close to that. Ugh. My second little pseudo where I was thinking was right. And to the east there is a little bit of greenery right over there. Ugh. Okay, I had the idea, then I lost it. We're actually not too far away from where that last one actually was. Not too far away. We're looking kind of west at kind of some, this area is what it looks like. Based on what I'm thinking. By just how this landscape looks. Water's not, like there's a little bit of water right here that runs this little like river. Kind of like that, or it could be this as well. It's kind of almost south of us. So let's go right there. Okay, 59 meters away. I'd consider that a victory. All right, let's go next. Round 4 of our first no move, pan, or zoom. Okay, this is easy. This is pretty easy. So we're across the road, looking kind of southwest from these rocks right here. 30 meters away. Okay, so maybe not the exact rocks, but, you know, we're here. No big deal. Another victory. All right, round 5. Let's go. I think I know where this is. I think this is... It's kind of on the south side of the map. I've started a character here, and I just can't remember which one. You, in a modded start, it's kind of... I really wish this was much more detailed and non-pixely. But if I can kind of find the right path... it's down here somewhere. At least that's what I'm thinking, but... Nope, it would be more... Well... Maybe it wouldn't be as snowy. Like, that's my initial inclination. Is that we're, like, down here. But because this map isn't loading the right way, this one could go very wrong. So I'm going to just send a guess. Yep, we were very wrong. It was way... Ugh. Not good. Starting to draw letters. It could be a pentagram that's showing up there, the sign of the beast. Anywho, not bad. Let's do another one of these. No move, pan, or zoom. Okay. Got a couple ideas. Like, namely that we are northern coastal, like, if I could find it, like this little elven fort might be that one. Could be. And we are, if we kind of to the east of it, it's like right around here-ish. Potentially. Just guess. Ooh! Ooh! 21 meters away. Let's go. Well, okay, this one's a bit tricky. We are just in a forest. Nice and green. Potential water, mountain, kind of right there. Part of me thinks we are... Let's see. Like, I'm just marking the general area. Like this. We're somewhere in Skyrim, of course. But where... that mountain's more toward north-ish. No, not there, not there. Definitely not down here. Where is it that... Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think we're... That seems a little... maybe too rocky. But... I'm kind of thinking somewhere along there. Again, my kind of second area. I started looking over here. Yeah, I was thinking more like where you come out for, well, after Bleak Falls Barrow. Which is kind of this area, near Helgen-ish, kind of. But I was just, got caught up in that other location. That's okay. Well, this is just a mountain with some trees. Kind of like when you come out of Helgen, there's some areas like that around here. But since we can't move the camera, you know what? Let's just, let's see. It's not quite as snowy. It's a little bit right when the snow seems to kick in. So, let's see. You know what? Like something like this. See? I had the right idea. I mean, we're 230 meters away, but kind of the right location-ish. All right, round 5. Or 4, excuse me, of 5 rounds. Rift, of course, based on the ground cover in these trees. We're up high and kind of to our north over here. We got not much of anything. So part of me's thinking like the southern part of the rift. Not up here, because then you get more of these trees and less kind of the more mountainy areas. So this will be a higher point somewhere kind of like this. Again, right region, just the wrong location. Like if we come over here, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, right idea, just again, wrong location. Okay, mountains. Yes, yes, indeed. What settlement is this? And I think... I'm thinking we're here. Because I'm pretty sure I've come down here and gotten attacked by a dragon in video series a couple of times. And that's to our southwest-ish. We're looking southwest at it, which is trying to imply we're up here, but that doesn't make sense. But this, to me, seems more the right idea. But actually, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's back it up. Let's slow down. Let's take a second, look around a bit. Okay, Riverwood. Like I said, this seems the most accurate. Like we are looking, like this taller building here would be this one. But this is trying to say we're looking almost like south-southwest, which would be telling us that we're up here, but clearly we are like over this way, right? Oh, we were looking at Dawnstar. Oh. That makes sense. Okay. Not as good. Rank 214 on that one. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. But we had some really good rounds in the hour or so almost that we've been doing this. So what I think I'm going to do, because again, this map not loading is not helping, what I think I am going to do is switch it up and let's look at potentially doing maybe some quizzes and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna do this for a second and go over to the good old Sporkle, another place where I don't have an account. And we're gonna see what kind of quizzes we can get up to. So give me 1 second to get this all situated. All right. So I think what we might do is stick with the Skyrim theme that we had going. So let's see what Skyrim quizzes exist. So we have Skyrim skills, races by ability, a grab bag. Let's just search for, let's see. I think, well, these aren't really sorted in any particular way that I can tell. Let's see. No. Types, no. Let's go with play count. Like, what's been played the most? Follow that line. Skyrim quotes. Can you pick the correct ending to complete the well-known and lesser-known Skyrim quotes? Let's give this a shot, shall we? All right, there's a 7-minute timer on this. So, let's see what we can do. It's a fine day with you around. I know that one. My cousin is out fighting dragons, and what do I get? I'm trying to not read these, but this one I don't quite remember, so I'm going to really go into these. Fall down. No. Guard duty. I have bad feeling about this. What kind of message? A song? A summons? That doesn't really ring any bells. I mean, it could be Sheogorath. No. Sweet mother, send your child unto me. This is the baptize. Yep, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. We know that. Used to be an adventurer like you. Yep. You'll make a fine rug cat. Now you can call me Anne Marie, but only if you're partial to being flayed alive and having an angry immortal skip rope with your entrails. If not, then call me Sheogorath. Yep. The gods gave you 2 hands. Find an axe. Yep. No? Looking for work, find an axe. Yep. Favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat. Makes sense. Sorry, lass. Got important things to do. This one doesn't ring any bells. I'm going to say we'll speak another time. Okay, Fus Ro Da. Got to thinking maybe I'm the Dragonborn. And I just don't know it yet. Yep. What is better, to be born good? Where'd it go? Overcome your evil nature through great effort. Some may call this junk. I call them treasures. Where are you at? Yep, right there. You start running, so I can stab you in the back. Yes. This is the part where you die, or something like that. Let's see. Where are you? Fall down and bleed to death. Yep. I've been hunting, fishing, and living in these parts for years. In these parts for years. Psst. Let's see. Oh, I know who you are, Hail Sithis. Yep. I am sworn to carry your burdens. No. Lollygagging. Yep. A lot happier and a lot warmer with a belly full of mead. Just transporting my dear sweet mother. Well, not her. Her corpse. She's quite dead. Let me guess. Somebody stole your sweet roll. Yes. See those warriors from Hammerfell? They got curved swords. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Okay. So we missed 2. 25 out of 27. 93%. Average score is 88. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. All right, let's go back. So, let's see. We can do a grab bag. That sounds interesting. Can you name the answers to these Skyrim categories? Okay. All right, I see what we got. So we just got to pick something. Like Dragon Shouts, Daedric Princes, Cities, Joinable Factions, Heavy Armor, Light Armor, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's see. We got Leather, Iron, Steel, Daedric. What else is there? There's Glass, Elven. Yeah. Scroll down like this so we can see, like, the armors is the one I'm going to focus on a little bit. There, no robes or clothing, technically, if I remember correctly. Iron, steel, there's Sky Forge. Steel? No? There's bone, or no, what is it? Dragon? Bone? Bone? Anyway, let's move on. Let's see, for the races, we have Argonian, Imperial, Orc, Khajiit. Did I misspell it? There we go. Got the H and the A all mixed up. We have High Elf. We have Wood Elf. Dark Elf. Nord. We have... I've drawn a blank. Bosmer. Dunmer. Horsfer. Argonian. High Elf. Dark Elf. Nord. Breton. And... Zubakroom, what are you? I forget. Oh, I'm blanking. Blanking. I'll have to come back to it. Cities. Well, there's Whiterun. There is Winterhold. Markarth. Is this one A? Yeah. Windhelm. Solitude. Riften. Then we've got Morthal, Dawnstar, and... when I'm under pressure, can't remember the names. I can remember when I'm doing the Geoguessr stuff. Falkreath. There we go. Alright, joinable factions, well... Thieves Guild. Companions. There's the College of Winterhold. What other factions can you join? There is Dawnguard. Really? Do you have it? Vampire. Well, let's look. Let's get some other stuff out of the way. Skills? I mean, there's a ton of skills. Like, oh, does it mean like sneak? Okay. And light armor, heavy armor, smithing, enchanting. There's alchemy. There is illusion. Oh. Destruction. Restoration. There's blinking. Alteration. Okay. Pickpocket. Lock picking. There is archery. One-handed. Two-handed. Under pressure again. Block. I'm kind of going through the wheel of skills in my mind. I'm blinking. Dragon Shouts, I definitely don't remember all of them because I rarely use them. Thajic Princes, I could probably name a couple. Divines, well, light armor. You know what? I'm just going to say give up. Conjuration and speech. Okay, yep. Like a lot of these, I definitely would have not gotten when it comes to the Dragon Shouts. The Princes, it's like, of course I've heard of all of them, but it's trying to remember them all. Dragon Plate and Dragon Scale, these are the ones. Ebony, how could I forget? Hide first studded. Okay. I don't pay attention to that much. Bard's College. I can. Blades, Greybeards, Legion, Stormcloaks. Gotcha. Well, let's go back. Skills, races by ability, races by province, cities, creatures. Let's look at some creatures, shall we? Oh, we have to type them all out. Oh, that's... I want to match, like, pictures and stuff. It's like, I can do that. Let's see. Can you correctly guess whether listed places are in Skyrim or in Westeros? Okay. So Markarth. Oh, we gotta play. Markarth is Skyrim. Let's see. Shorestone is Skyrim. Winterhold is Skyrim. Mistvale Keep, Skyrim. Windhelm, Skyrim. High Hrothgar, Skyrim. Dawnstar, yes. Helgen, yes. Riverwood, yes. Iverstead, yes. Winter, no. Dragon Bridge, yes. Okay. Westeros. No. Grey Winterwatch, Skyrim, interesting. Craster's Keep, Westeros. Let's go to some other ones I definitely know. For example, Dragonstone, River Run, Harrenhal, Craghall, Greater Waterwatch, Maidenpool, Wormwood, White Harbor, Winterfell, Sheer Point. Okay, now we're getting to a few others. Grey Waterwatch, I think. Westeros, yes. Maidenpool sounds like Westeros. Ronwood, Westeros. White Harbor, Skyrim? Nope, Westeros, damn. Sheer Point, I think that's Skyrim. Yep. Night Song, Westeros. Stonehelm, Westeros. Reachwater Rock, Runestone, Carhole, Westeros. Golden Tooth, Westeros. Reachwater Rock. Nope, and okay. So I missed 3. Got 90%. So not too bad. We were above average. We did well. All right, let's see. Can you choose the events of the main storyline in Skyrim in order? That sounds interesting. As someone who usually skips it. Let's go. 4 minutes. Okay, so the Dragonborn accompanies the Blades. Nope. Dragonborn destroys Alduin. Nope. The power of the dragons upon slaying one. Really? Where? Oh, I didn't read the rest. I was like, yeah, that's kind of where things start. Goes to Whiterun for the first time. Oh, I gotta just get it. Okay. So, Whiterun for the... No? Really? What am I missing? Let's see. Not Delphine. Not Eldving. Oh, I completely skipped over Helgen. Whoops. Okay. Escapes Helgen. Goes to Whiterun. Then we discover the power. Then we go to High Hrothgar to meet the Greybeards. Then, out of these, we would meet Delphine. Okay. Warren accompanies Blaze, Skyhaven Temple, or Trapping. No, that's later. So Skyhaven Temple, and then we go on to. That's the last one. That's next before last. Which one of these happens first? Trap Odaving. Odaving. I think it's... Nope. Ugh. It's Parthenax. All right, let's get this. Let's get it right. Helgen. Whiterun. Power. Greybeards. Delphine. Yes. And then we go Skyrim Temple. Kill Parthenax. Trap Odaving. Goes Sovngarde. Alduin. There we go. Goodness. We got it, though. We got it. All right, let's see what else. Pick the locations. Let's look at some stuff with some pictures. Let's see. Types. Clickable. Let's clear them. Let's go with clickables, maps, pictures, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Okay. $50 things? Goodness. Which race is the character? Picture clip Skyrim followers, which I don't really do a lot of, but we know some of these. All right. Teldrin. Armored Troll. Serana. Stray Dog. Eric the Slayer. Aella. Stenvar. Bip. Mule. Cicero. Lydia. Zargo. Boom. First try. Okay. We know some. We know some. Alright, let's come on back. See what else we have. I think we'll do another couple of these. Identify the races. That would be pretty easy for the most part, I think. Let's do something with some higher ratings, though, because some of these are a little... Let's do our rating. Actually, no. Play count. Let's do that. 9 characters by name in only 30 seconds. Let's look at map locations. You know, just take a look. Similar to our Geoguessr. Somewhat similar. Okay. Oh. Druidak Mountains. I have no idea. Let's go next. River Morthal. Okay. We know Morthal. It's going to be Bip. Dawnstar. Bip. Riverwood is Bip. Markarth. Vindhelm. Dragonbridge. Throat of the World. Helgen. Gotta scroll down just a bit. That river, not sure. Not sure. Gerald Mountains. That one I definitely have heard. I just forget which mountains they are. Rorikstead. We know you. A lake of some kind. We can select lots of them. Winterhold, yes. Alright, we got a river, a lake. Is that one this one? It was, Elenalta. Yorgrim. Lake Yorgrim. Nope, it's up here. Sea of Ghosts. Riften. Mountains, no thanks. Shore Stone, right there. Falkreath, you are down here. Iverstead, right over there. Solitude. Whiterun. Karth Wasted. White River. Who knows? Another lake. Darkwater River. Nope. And then more mountains. Okay. Nope. That's them. I don't know my mountains and my rivers, so apologies. It's either that one, or it's this one. I'll say this one. Of course it was. Another river? Of course it was. This river. Gerald Mountains. Sweet. Lake Aguirre. Nope, that's the river. Sweet. Karth River. Nope. Velothi Mountains. You are there. White River. Another lake. Dark Water River. What other rivers can we click on? That one. Okay. So we're not knowing my rivers and stuff. Not too shabby. Of course, I don't know my lakes or my mountains. I don't really pay attention to that part of it, but I will go ahead and wrap up things here. Just want to do, kind of a random little quizzings and whatnot. We had some excellent GeoGuessr this evening. Did some quizzes as well, and that's going to wrap things up for me for now. So, before I go, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you guys later.